the theme that we have today, it's very, how to say that, very profound on one hand and very practical on the other hand, right? So combines that, let's say, the wisdom with a very down-to-earth practical application, I would say, in every single moment of our life. So that's why I think that you will be very happy to hear that. The word that goes like this: do not look into the past. Do not look into the future, because the only place where you have energy is in the present. So stay in the present.
Yeah.
You see, it's amazing, and this obviously I use it again and again in coaching. And why is that important? Apparently, the psychologist said that we spend about 70% of our time either in the past or in the future, and only about 30% today, I mean, in the present, where there is the energy of doing something. And I would say here, it's according to the personality, you could have a tendency either to go in the past, or again, by personality, you have a tendency to go in the future. So for example, you have a tendency to go in the past with two ways of doing. Either you are nostalgic about the past, you idealize the past, or on the contrary, you regret it. It's awful. So this is one use of the past, let's say, or two uses of the past on a negative way, right? Either idealize or regret. Nevertheless, these are feelings about the past and do not necessarily advance you in the present moment. If then it's a point to go in the past, it's in order to learn the lessons. So I do agree to go in the past until I get the lesson, and then I don't need to. And talking about this, I have in mind one, I think, well, in my mind, I had one client where I could not kind of say, convert it into coaching. And then I recommended her to go on psychotherapy, because every time I was trying to do something about the present situation. So let's see, what do we do? What is some action, some measures, some interventions? You see what I mean? I was bringing in the present moment to decide something. She was all the time going back in the past, and she was regretting, right? So why the past was so miserable. And she could not do that move, right? So at the end, I said, look, I think you are not ready for the coaching, because you have to solve that attachment, I would say, even to the past. And then when we can use the past to learn the lessons, then yes, we can move into the coaching. And so this was the situation. But I would say, apart from that situation, then what we do with our clients is to go in the past to take the lessons, right? So this is one thing. Now, the second thing is, what do you do with the future, right? I said, don't go in the future. Now, obviously, the injunction is too strong. Don't go in the future. I would say, yes, do go in the future. And this is what we are doing in the coaching. We go a lot in the future. But what I'm saying is, don't go in the future in order to fear it. Okay. Or don't go in the future in order to dream about it. So then what do you do if you, nevertheless, how do you use the future? Well, you use the future in order to make plans of action, right? So then I go in the future with my plan. So to sum up, right, the word is that take the lessons from the past, build a plan of action for the future, and all that happens in the present moment, which is the moment when you have the energy.